Manyoshu is an anthology of post-classical Japanese poems created between 600 and 759 CE during the Nara period, but including many earlier works. The person who is most likely thought to be the collector of the Manyoshu is Otomo no Yakamochi, a prominent poet who included nearly 500 of his poems in the Manyoshu. The Manyoshu collection contains poems which were all written in the Japanese of that time. The work consists of about 5,000 poems written by varied people, from poor peasants to the greatest emperors, and were organized into 20 books. The name Manyoshu is usually translated as collection of 10,000 leaves, but sometimes is translated as collection of 10,000 poems, as each poem is like a leaf on one giant tree. It is also sometimes called collection to last 10,000 ages. This first poem was written by Princess Nukata to her lover, Prince Oama, sometime in the 600s. He sent the second poem back to her.
茜さす紫の雪しめの雪の森は水や君が袖振る
You ride back and forth through the imperial fields of the Gromwell plants. Isn't the groundskeeper watching your waving of the sleeves at me?
紫の匂える芋を憎くあらば人妻ゆえに我恋めやも
If I did not care for you, who are as beautiful as the glowing purple of Gromwell plants, would I dare to be so madly in love with you, knowing full well you are another's wife?
These poems show that dating people outside your marriage was allowed in the culture of Japan at this time, but was not widely accepted. The poem demonstrates how secrecy played a large part in the lives of Japanese nobles. Japanese farmers tamed the environment by growing Gromwell for the purple dye made from its roots. The Japanese culture also valued the beauty of nature.
The second poem is called Dialogue on Poverty. It begins with a question by the poor man.
風混じり雨降る夜の雨混じり雪降る夜はすべもなく寒くしあれば片潮を取りつづ白いかす湯酒打ちすすろいてしわ深い花びしびしにしかとあらねひげかきなでて我を起きて人はあらじと心得ど寒くしあれば朝ぶすま引き破り布肩絹ありのことごと競えども寒きよすらを我よりも貧しき人の父母は上こごゆらんめこどもはこう泣くらんこの時はいかにしつつか長夜は渡る
On the night when rain falls driven by wind, when snow falls mingled with rain, feeling helplessly cold, I take a lump of hard-baked salt and nibble on it. While I sip sake leaves diluted in hot water, I cough and sniffle with a running nose. Stroking my scanty beard, I say in my pride, there is none greater than I. But I am still cold, and so I pull up my hempen bedclothes around my shoulders. And though I put on every sleeveless jacket I have, the night is still cold. As for the man poorer than I am, his father and mother must be starving and growing numb with cold. His wife and children must be begging for food, crying. At times like these, how do you manage to get through your life?
The second part of the poem is the reply by the destitute man.
雨土は広しといえど我がためは狭くやなりぬるひつきは明しといえど我がためは照りやたまわぬ人皆か我のみやしかるわくらばに人とはあるを人並みに我も作るを綿もなき布肩絹の見るのごと輪は消さがれる加工のみ肩に打ちかけ不正用の曲げ用のうちにひた土にわらときしきて父母は枕の肩にめこどもは足の肩にかくみいて憂えさまよいかまどには 苔吹き立てず、五色には雲の巣かきて、いい隠しくことも忘れて、ぬえどりののどよい夜を、糸のきて短きものを、はしきると言えるがごとく、霜と取る里おさが声は、寝宿まで北地呼ばいぬ。かくばかりすべなきものか、世の中の道。
Although they say that the heaven and earth are vast, have they become cramped for me? Although they say that the sun and moon are bright, do they not favor me with their light? Is it the same with all men, or thus for me alone? By rare chance I was born a man, and as any man I toil to make a living on the land, wearing only tattered clothes, an unpadded sleeveless hemp jacket hanging from my shoulders like seaweeds. And in this dingy low-roofed hut, this crooked hut with leaning walls, I lie on straw spread, on bare ground, with my parents near my pillow, and my wife and children at my feet, huddled together, bewailing and moaning. No smoke rises from the cooking stove, and in the pot a spider spins its web, while we moan and groan, oblivious even to the very way of cooking rice. To cut the end off of what is already very short, as the saying goes, here comes the voice of the whip-brandishing village headman, shouting for me, standing outside the place where we sleep. Is it really this hopeless, the path of a man's life in this world?
The question was possibly written by a poor man whose name is unknown. He also may be only rhetorical, invented by a noble who felt empathy for the anguish of the average citizen. This poem is clearly reflecting the suffering of the Japanese peasant life. Every day they suffered trying to get food to live that day because their local landkeeper imposed a high tax on them for using his field. The peasants had to pay that with products, which they also needed to survive. The reply by the destitute man shows that the peasants did not live in the worst conditions. There were still a great many people who had to live with even less than the poor did. Both parts of the poem show that it is an aspect of the culture to try to weather through even the most difficult situations and try to make the best of them.
白金も黄金も玉も何せむに勝れる宝小西亀屋も
What good to me are gold, silver, or jewels? How could they equal a child that is the greater treasure?
This poem demonstrates that nobles, such as Yamanoue Okura, the author of this poem, were rich enough that they didn't need to worry about the problems of common people. They could direct their energy towards family and relationships instead of worrying about getting food or working. Okura is known for his unique style of realistic and meditative poetry that expressed moral and social concerns left unarticulated by the other Manyo poets.